Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. And it's been a really beautiful day and some really warm times as well. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 10. A righteous person has regard for the life of his animal, but even the compassion of the wicked is cruel. So a righteous person has regard even for his animal. And the sense of understanding that the righteous person has, not just towards his animal, but towards the lowest of the low, the thing that's least in many ways, he still has value for. He still has compassion for. He's still willing to work, as it were, with himself with regards to the welfare of the animal. And I guess it's because he knows that if he looks after the animal will look after him. But unlike the unrighteous, the foolish, the wicked, look what happens to them. It says the righteousness of the wicked, the compassion of the wicked is cruel. So the wicked, even the compassion of the wicked is cruel. They have become so bad that any positivity towards compassion, it's still cruel. So the best the wicked can offer, and it's still cruel. And to be cruel is to be unkind, it's to be spiteful, it's to be filled with malice, a desire for destruction. And that's the best that the wicked can offer, that they're cruel. Even their compassion is inappropriate. I wonder, when we go through life and we see those most vulnerable, what do we do? How do we treat them? What is our response to, as it were, those who are least regarded in life? We've had lots of animals in our lifetime, and I guess that you journey with animals, and you learn how to understand them. You learn how to connect to them. It's really interesting, actually. Many people ask me, are animals going to heaven? And I always like to point them to a reference in the book of Jonah, chapter 4, the very last verse in Jonah, when God is revealing his compassion for 120,000 human beings. He then just tags on to the end when he talks about the destruction of these 120,000. He says, and there are many animals. And I think that sense of compassion that God has for the human race, but God has a compassion for animals as well. And I'd like to think that animals will be there with us in glory. It's an interesting one. There's not too much to be said about them, but anything that's pure and filled with love, it's a good thing, surely. But anyway, we don't know. God knows. But I'll point you to the book of Jonah, chapter 4. And have a nice day. Be filled with compassion and be wise.